Hello, Elven Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play The Lord of the Rings for the Super Nintendo with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we fought our way through the Troll Shaws to, well, the cave that got us to the Troll Shaws. So I'm kind of curious if there's a lot of trolls in this area or not. I mean, lore-wise, they should turn to stone in the sun, and it's pretty sunny out, so they shouldn't be allowed out here at all, right? Other than that, this area is actually much smaller than I expected. I had a little look at it between recording sessions, like just with a live chat for a second, and I think you'll discover that this won't take very long at all. This is probably why I don't remember hating this area as a kid, because this stuff isn't too hard. Like, it's actually not that big of a map. You can see, if you're following along on the map on the side, that there's really not that many connections here. Well, I might have got myself into a dead end, but other than that... Plus, it's such happy music. I'm not sure why these trees are growing on top of giant boulders. Seems a little strange. Pretty sure trees prefer their roots to be in the soil. So what's up here at point 2? Oh look, an elf! I lost my bow! So that's Legolas. That's great. We have to go find his bow before he'll join us. Speed through some of this a little bit here. Oh, we're back a map here, too. If only this game had a built-in map, man, it actually probably would have been pretty good. That's probably all it really needs, actually, is a built-in, some sort of built-in mapping system. Just some sort of auto map that fills in as you go. That would pretty much do it. I gotta say the Troll Shaws are pretty empty. Like, there's not a lot of enemies here for a scary sounding zone. Limits of technology? I mean, there were games with maps. The NES Final Fantasy 1, the very first Final Fantasy, it had a world map. Am I working on a game of my own? Not really right now, not actively. I have in the past. The problem with self-developing is I don't really like fighting around with graphics and animations much. I don't mind coding, but I just don't like the graphic part of building a game. And it's a pretty important part, because that's what the player sees. And I get tired of reusing old assets, so just copying other games, I don't know, it's not quite what I want. I'm picky is part of the problem. So we're just gonna run across here and go find Legolas, give him his bow. I'm actually kind of surprised at how little there is to fight here. Like, I thought this would be a little bit more interesting. So we'll just speed through most of this because 1 or 2 green orcs is basically nothing. A bit further north. Oh, somebody kill that orc. Thanks! Let's go to Rivendell. Rivendell. Alright, there you go. We got another character, guys. Huzzah! We have Legolas. A great portrait. Level 5, 23 HP. He's weaker than a friggin' hobbit. But he's got a long bow and a little bit of defense. He's probably the worst character in the game. So glad we did this quest to rescue him. Alright. We've got him. We need to find somewhere to test out his skills here. So everybody else you can control and stab. You can't. Like, he doesn't cooperate. Also, Gimli attacks very, very quickly. I like it. And technically can block with his axe. But what does Legolas do? If I had a face cam, you would see that I'm just shaking my head. What does Legolas do? You just bring them for fun. Alright, here's the door. Thanks, Legolas. The door is open. Alright, so this just brings us back. We've been here before. We're just going to zip back to Bree real quick before we go back to Rivendell. I'm just going to super speed it. And a couple of wolves is not going to be an issue. Basically, we had a jeweled ring we found in the Trollshaws. So we're headed back to town to find the girl that lost her ring. Someone stole my ring. And then we'll just give it to her while we're here. This is the only thing we need to do in Bree, and then we can leave. Just make sure you don't give her the one ring, basically. Thank you for finding the ring. Here, have a magic stone. And I don't know what it's for, but you actually need it, so have it. Alright. We got a gateway keystone, a bunch of gateway gems, a bunch of lost amulets. Oh yeah, technically, also some scrolls and stuff we picked up earlier. Technically, the Horn of Boromir, you can use, I think it might paralyze enemies for a while, but I never really understood the mechanic if it... They say it gets weaker over time, so like, do I only get like 2 uses out of it or something? So then I never use it, because I don't understand. One of those things, basically. Alright, let's just run back to Rivendell here. It's so nice being able to run. This game definitely drags a little bit walking back and forth. This is why you don't want to miss out on those gemstones or the amulets, because you'd have to re-explore all the way back to the Shire caves and the Barrow Downs and all that stuff. All this sequin breaking from the book. Alright, and then this area just connects up to Rivendell pretty quick. There's really not much to see. We've been here before. This was the other entrance to the cave, so we you know, that's the cave we took to the Trollshaws. That's the big cave. And then one empty field, basically empty field. And I guess I could show it on the map. We went through there, went through there. Now we're here. Just so you guys can see exactly what's going on in my world. Alright, now we're in Rivendell. Hooray! Plot progression. Elrond and Gandalf are here now. Oh boy. Welcome, Aragorn, and welcome to our young hobbits. You have done very well and traveled very far. Unfortunately, your journey is not over. We have discussed the fate of the ring and decided that Aragorn should lead a party through the mines of Moria, not over the mountains, to the side of the Misty Mountains. Yeah, we're not going to scale the mountains, we're just going to go through the mines that Gandalf doesn't think we should go through. There, in Lothlorien, the Elf Council can protect you from the ring wraiths. Your quest will end there, yeah. Don't worry about going to Mount Doom, just get to Lothlorien, you'll be fine. I have much to discuss with Elrond. I'll remain here for a while and meet Aragorn's party later. Oh, Legolas. Yeah, Legolas is like, see you guys, I'm out of here. So, most useful character. I'm really glad we recruited him. He's no longer in our party. Good, good, good. Good thing he joined. I don't think they ever programmed the bow to work, basically. Hello, friends. I'm very proud of you for making it this far. I'm sorry that you must continue, but you will be much safer in Lothlorien. But is anyone going to help? So, I think this is why we recruited all this junk. Or not recruited. This is why we scrounged all this junk up. Here, have a Keystone scroll. No? No. Pretty sure I have to give them some item. Maybe the color scroll. Nope. Don't you love these old games where you just try out all your items on NPCs until they do something? It's the Elvish Book! Of course it's the Elvish Book. Why wouldn't I think of that? Show him a gem. You just show him everything until you check it out on the guide. Very interesting. This book tells of a magic spell on the Gate of Moria. It speaks of 5 gateway gems and a keystone. So, you're never getting into Moria ever unless you get 5 gateway gems and a gateway keystone. Hope you found them! There's also 2 scrolls you also need. So if you missed any of those, you're screwed. Ah, I see you have all 5 gems. If you find the stone and the scrolls, I can open the gate for you. Thanks. So does he join? Like, no Gandalf. They just disappeared. Thanks, Gandalf and Elrond. They just ran off on us. That's okay. That's okay. So we do have all the things we needed. We have 5 keystone gems. We have the gateway stone. We have the keystone scroll and the color scroll. So we can do all that stuff. The lost amulets will come into something else later. Well, unless you have a guide, if you were missing a stone, you wouldn't even know which one you missed. It could be back in the Shire, it could be in the Troll War, the Troll Shaws, it could be back in the Barrow Downs. It's just, yeah, that's what happened to me the first time I played it. I got to the Gate of Moria and went, but now what? So, if you're not following a guide, oof. Anyway, I believe we are now technically further than I've ever gotten. Although, I've walked my way down here before, but it won't take too long to get to the gates. So here's our map. We already got a Gimli, and there's not much else to do on this map. But we'll fight some stuff, I'm sure. Let's just avoid the giant maze, the hedge maze parts. We'll speed this up a little bit. Oh, look, a troll. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm actually not sure if we're strong enough for Moria without getting some people some level ups, or else they'll just die. But, you know, we'll worry about that when we get to Moria, right? Don't care about wolves. Sorry for the music flashing in and out. I'm just starting to take a while. Starting to take a little while. Alright, another map. Oh boy, there's a magic rock on this screen. It's okay. Technically, we can't get to Moria yet without a couple more key items, so... Yeah, no, the council meeting happened before you got there. You missed it. Alright, we got 2 trolls. Got us another level up. Being as Aragorn gets most of the kills, he levels up like mad. So we got a stone. Very important. There we go. I'm just glad I can kill them in 2 hits. So this is definitely an area that, with some care, you could do some leveling up. You definitely take some damage, though, and I don't know if there's anything that you can get healed on around here. Like, if there's no healing moss, then... what are we gonna do? Yeah, Rivendell is definitely not completed. Like, it doesn't really look... Well, it doesn't need to look like the movie, but Tolkien did a lot more time. He spent a lot of time explaining the looks of Rivendell. They kind of cheaped out on that one. Alright, next area. You guys can see... Oh, there's some healing fruit here. So theoretically, we might have a good grinding spot if we need it. Let's see, how much does this heal? 106. Okay, mushroom's not really worth it. That's like a third or a quarter of 1 hit from a troll. Depending on how much armor you have, of course. I gotta be careful. All these trolls around here, if I don't pay attention to my hobbits, technically they could just run off and get killed. I guess we're just lucky Legolas isn't here. I haven't put a save down in a while, so let's do that. I'm curious about the healing fruit, though. Unfortunately, it's a fairly long way from the area entrance, so respawning it to heal would take a little while. But it heals you 28. That might be one of the bigger heals in the game. That's interesting. I want to kill that wolf. Is there permadeath? Oh yeah. If Frodo or Aragorn dies, it's game over. But if anyone else dies, they're just dead. And they stay dead. Somebody got to level up. Yeah, I don't want to, like... I don't want to overhype it, but Moria is pretty tough. And the final boss is pretty scary. So, you probably want to make sure you're strong enough before you get down there. These are actually upgraded wolves. They're a bit stronger than the last batch. Alright, so that's the way to the next area. Just checking for... I don't know what I'm checking for, really. Trolls, I guess. Nice troll XP. Alright. This might be... There really aren't very many, many more screens left before we get to Moria. Why would they do that? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Alright. Kill the wolf. Kill the wolf. I remember this thing kicking my butt. We're gonna put a save down. This is, I think this... I don't know if this is like a stronger than usual troll or whatever, but I have definitely seen hobbits die here easily. So, pay attention to our HP, see what happens here. Everyone's pretty much full, or at least close enough. Aragorn is very strong with his named sword. Gimli does a lot of damage too. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, I forgot to equip the rock, right. How you know that the magic rock unfreezes the troll, don't ask me. This is nonsense. Ah, no more stone. Be angry. Pound you. Yeah, it definitely hits pretty hard, but we got it. And we get an orb out of it. A magic orb that we actually do need. Nobody ever tells you, I don't think. You just need it. This is kind of the point in the game where things really were starting to unravel. Once you get to Rivendell, it's like, I don't know what I think they were like running out of money or something, or time. Gotta get the game out. Hurry it up. Well, one more big area. Hey, troll time. Alright, that's not good. Took some hits there. I'm getting pretty low. Games were back. The big games were hardcore or poorly designed. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of whatever you want to call it, accommodating gamers or whatever, like games just weren't expected to be easy back in the Super Nintendo era. Like, if it was hard, I mean, it was supposed to be. It was kind of built on the arcade era where the games were primarily designed to waste your money, so you're supposed to die and spend more quarters. And a lot of the translations into the early NES Super Nintendo era were, well, they didn't really change that philosophy for a fair while. If most of your game studios build games based on getting as many quarters out of people in a short time as possible, then you're used to designing them so that you die a lot, I guess, and it's kind of hard to break that habit on a console game. There was also kind of the renting era where I think the idea was that your game was worth more money if it took more than one rental to beat it. So games that could be beaten very quickly were kind of like not worth very much. That was at least the story for the Super Nintendo Lion King game, where I believe the idea was the first draft of the game was just too easy. Everyone, you know, testers, kids, whatever, could beat it in, I don't know how long, but say an hour or something. So one rental wasn't worth it, so then they made the game way harder by tweaking some jumps and stuff. Oh look, it's Gandalf. And suddenly it takes, you know, so many deaths to actually finish the game that I guess it's better in a sense, but is just dealing with, you know, game-making philosophy from the 90s. Yeah, the mushrooms are an insult. At least they have some fruits, like we just found a second fruit there. Drexel, wait a second. We have a new wizard and they didn't even go with one of the blue wizards? What? I'm a wizard. I magically locked the door. A troll stole my sacred orb, so I turned him into stone. Unfortunately, I've lost the spelled rock, which can restore his flesh. So they did tell us a little bit about this is the quest to get the troll thing. So they did, you just have to walk all the way through the area, and then they tell you about the quest to go backtrack and kill this troll. Anyway, we did that already, so that's fine. I'm looking, I think it's that one in the bottom right. There we go. Alright, Drexel, don't be a punk. Alright. Guess where we are now? Not quite there, but it's gonna connect up. So what are we gonna do for the rest of our stream? Give me the book and I will tell you how to use the gateway gems. Sure hope there aren't any monsters in the water nearby. Would have been a really interesting time for a boss fight. Do I have to give him everything manually? Are you kidding me, game? So I've never gotten this far before, in case you're wondering. Because I never got all the gems, so... I don't think this is working. What? Do I have to do it in the right order? Of course you do. Of course you do! Let's start with the Keystone scroll. The scroll says, the Keystone is to be used before all colored gems. And then at the end, break the seal and open the gate. So Keystone, colored gems, Keystone. What about the color scroll? This probably tells you the order. Alright guys, here you go. I'm so glad they have riddles. This is probably more fitting for a Lord of the Rings game. There should probably be more of these, to be fair. Of the colored gems, yellow before red, both after violet, after red is green, and purple is first. So, purple... Purple, violet? Both after violet. Yellow before red, green. So it's going to go purple, violet, yellow, red, green. Purple, I'm just going to write it down in chat, because I'm not going to remember. Purple, violet, yellow, red, green is my guess. We'll see. I think I solved it. This can't be that complicated. It's a kid game. So far, so good. Oh, we got a flashing Moria door. Couldn't we just say friend to enter, though? Wouldn't that be easier? Sure hope you don't mix up purple and violet. Poor kids. You have to put it in the door. That's good. Purple, then violet. Alright. And then I think yellow, red, green. Thanks, Gandalf. I'm so glad he's helping. Alright, that was all of the gemstones. I believe we're supposed to use the Gateway Keystone again. Now, I don't remember if I maybe give it to Gandalf like the first one. Yeah. The door is opening, everyone. Stand back. Fight off the Kraken. No. So are you going to join us, old man? No. Come on, Gandalf. He's not going to join yet because he's a stinking wizard. There is a slot for him in the party, but what was I going to say? Not yet. So we've used like most of our items now, We actually never looked at Bilbo's diary. Let's have a look at Bilbo's diary. Nope. Let's not look at Bilbo's diary. You know, we got a couple healing items over here. We got all these lost amulets. And there is something to do with those. And we used the scrolls. So all that's left is the amulets. And hopefully we've got all of them. Now, as far as Moria is concerned, how far does this game go? Just the end of Moria. This place is ridiculous. This is Moria 1. There's like a lot of Morias here. Let me see here. Just to give you an idea. There are 10 Moria maps. At least you don't, you know, flip between, like the Barrow Downs was Barrow Downs and then just normal overworld maps. But yeah, the Moria, this is 1 out of 10. So this is about a 10th of it, except that there's a bit of backtracking where you go to one, get a key, come back, and go the other way. So there's that kind of stuff. You know. You enter Lothlorien to get talk to Galadriel. Yeah, they told us, right? Like, the game's over once you get to Lothlorien, because then you're safe there. Essentially, it's just once you're through Moria, you're done. He's gonna end in cutscene, I think. So the question is, like, what do I want to do here? Because getting through Moria is going to take a lot more time than I've got left in me for today's stream. I think I'm curious enough because it's on the first screen. I want to go see what this Elvish Dagger looks like for stats. And then I'll probably just leave. So just to give you a taste of Moria, we start here at 1. I'm going to try, without really looking at the map, to get up to number 5 and 6. Which is an important scroll and a dagger, and then we'll get out. And we'll save the actual attempt for next stream. As legend goes among my people, many defenses were placed to guard against invaders. Some of the doorways blocked magical doors, can only open by scrolls and books. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome to hell. But there's new music. They could have made Moria about a quarter the size and the Barrow Downs about a quarter the size, and then yeah, they would have had a lot more room to put in like more interesting game. Well, I guess there's a fern over here we should go pick up. I'm just kind of curious what kind of monsters we'll fight on the first floor. If I understand correctly, they start off fairly weak, but as we get deeper, it'll scale up pretty significantly. And I'm not super confident that we've done enough leveling, honestly. You may notice that supposedly our HP can go into the thousands. We're never going to see our friends again. Alright, here we go. Starting to see some actual monsters. It's a dead end. One thing I need to get the hang of is how the map is drawn, like what is considered a wall and not. I wouldn't be surprised if they had big plans for adding more to like Bree and the rest of the game, but I don't know. Yeah, the Fellowship... Boromir was like, sorry, I can't join you. And then Gandalf is like, yeah, I'm busy, I don't know. So fortunately, these wide areas with big staircases, they're fairly, I'm not going to say unique because they're going to get repeated a million times, but they're pretty good landmarks for getting around. And at least, like, all the Moria tile sets are different than the cave tile sets or the Barrow Down tile sets. So it's got that going for it. Hey, look! It's an elven dagger! We don't even need a troll dagger anymore. So how good is it? Pretty good. So the old troll daggers are giving us 8 strength. This thing's giving us 16, so it's twice as good as a troll dagger. So if we can find a couple more of those, we can sort of pimp out our other hobbits, Pippin and Merry, a little bit. At least keeping them doing hopefully enough damage to be useful at the end of the game. I can't remember, or I mean, I've never played it, but I've looked into it a bit. I don't know for sure if there's better armor for everybody, but... I mean, the main thing will be making sure Aragorn is strong enough. But it is nice when your hobbits are, like, independently powerful. So we got that scroll, and I think we're just going to start heading out, basically. I think, like, this was just a taste of Moria, and then next stream will be the full meal. This was just an appetizer. Let me put another save down, because, I don't know. Trolls, yo. I'm just glad we can kill the troll in 2 hit. That's definitely safer for me, basically. Now, I'm pretty sure there are, like, again, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly confident I've seen more powerful trolls deeper into Moria. When will the next stream be? Probably a day or 2. Depends on my voice, still recovering, but I'm feeling fairly confident that my sickness is mostly over. And I'm trying to get these streams going regularly. And I believe, well, one way or the other, we're going to clear this. We're going to stop playing this game after one more stream. Either we finish it and we see the end of the game, or I give up. But I think we can finish Moria in one stream, so that'll be theoretically tomorrow, maybe tomorrow evening or something. Slightly different time zone. And, yeah, it should be fun. One thing I am kind of thinking of doing is a little bit of, I actually might do a little bit of grinding between episodes. Just to make sure it's safe. Oh yeah, with the map, I'm pretty sure we can finish it. The only thing that might stump me is if the final boss is, unbeatable for me or something. But that's why I might do a little bit of level grinding, just in case. Just to make it safer. And I'm kind of curious how high I can get people off of just normal trolls. And that's pretty much back to the beginning here. No, not quite. It's easy to get mixed, spinned around. There's your actual entrance. Alright, well, I'm going to end the recording for the future tubers here. Suffice to say that perhaps when we come back for the next episode, we will have a few more levels. I don't intend to go overboard crazy, but I kind of think, like, I'd like to see level 20 to 25 for Aragorn, and I'd like to at least get a couple level ups for Gimli, and, you know, I'd maybe like to get everyone to level 15 or so if I can pull that off, which I actually don't think will take all that long if we can get some patterns down for killing some trolls at 40 XP per kill. So that's going to be maybe one of my little side goals off camera. It's not like leveling up is particularly interesting like Fire Emblem. You just get 1 strength, 1 defense, and it's like your level in HP per level up. Like every level up, like I think it's somewhere around level 13 will give you 13 HP kind of thing. And so it kind of scales up. That's why Aragorn has so much more at higher levels. Anyway, future tubers, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for, well, a very long Moria walk. The worst dungeon ever in any game.